Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean here, and I'm back with another semi-realistic rebuild. And today we're going to be doing the Oakland, soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders. And let's do a quick little roster overview when we get into this. By the way, if you guys do enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up button down below. Let me know that you did, in fact, enjoy it. And if you're new around here, hit that sub button. I've been posting a lot of Madden 18 rebuilds lately, and I'm going to be doing some real big things for Madden 19, so definitely want to stick around. So onto this roster overview. Obviously, we've got Derek Carr at an 85 overall with Superstar Dev. We're definitely going to try to train him up a bit and hopefully get into the low to mid 90s. Running back is a bit of a sticky situation. We do have Marshawn Lynch at an 88, but he is 30 years old. I did sign DeMarco Murray to be his backup because we are looking to get rid of these three guys right here. Doug Martin's just not that great, and DeAndre Washington and Jalen Richard might be young, but they really just do not impress me whatsoever at the moment. As for receiver, though, new addition Jordy Nelson coming over in the offseason from the Packers at an 89. Still going to be pretty good for us for a couple years, actually, with that Superstar Dev. Of course, we got Amari Cooper at an 87 with Quick. We got Martavis Bryant coming over from the Steelers. Seth Roberts I'm trying to trade. Ryan Switzer, who this roster is actually broken, and made him Austin Prohl. I had to trade for this guy to actually have Ryan Switzer. He is there as well, coming over from the Cowboys in a trade. Tight end, we got Jared Cook. And here is our first 2018 rookie. We got Colton Miller. And this was kind of a weird pick. I really didn't expect it. I think a lot of people really didn't expect it. But he does have Superstar Dev, so he should be pretty good here in like a couple of years. So I'm fine with it for the purposes of the rebuild, obviously. Kalichi Osemele, definitely really good left guard already. He's got quick dev, so he can stick around for a couple of years. We've got Rodney Hudson at center, same kind of deal. Damn, his pass block's at 96. Oh my god. Quick dev, though, still 28, should be serviceable for a few more years. Gabe Jackson at right guard. He's got quick as well. Definitely needs a little bit of developing. And then Donald Penn, old man, moved to right tackle to make room for Colton Miller. He is probably going to be on his way out in about a year or so. So as for left end, we got Tank Carradine, who I'm trying to trade so we can start Arden Key, who's got quick dev. Right end, obviously we got Khalil Mack. He should be going off completely in this rebuild, I would hope. Bruce Irvin's on the trade block. We got Mo Hurst, who was drafted in the 5th round, but this guy was like a top 5 talent in the draft, so he's got Superstar Dev. Actually, most of these guys are on the trade block, so we'll see if anything happens there. Tahir Whitehead, left outside linebacker. Old man Derek Johnson coming over from the Chiefs. He is on the trade block. Markel Lee is going to be the starter this year. We did sign Navarro Bowman to play right outside linebacker for us because we don't really have much going on over there. Corner is kind of weird. Rashawn Melvin's already 27, only an 83, but he's pretty decent, so we'll keep him around for probably a year or two. We got Garyon Conley, 2017 draftee. Pretty good stats. Only normal dev. Hopefully he can develop into a serviceable corner. Not much else at corner, I will say that. Free safety, Marcus Gilchrist and Reggie Nelson are both on the trade block. Obi Melifonwu is going to be the starter. And then we got Carl Joseph starting at strong safety. So that pretty much rounds out the team. And I do have some trade offers to go through here really quick before we move on here. And let's see. Okay. Well, I'll take this offer from Denver for a first-round pick for Justin Ellis. And 2 more for Tank Carradine and Bruce Irvin. Could get a 3rd-rounder this year or a 2nd-rounder next year. I think I'll take the 3rd-rounder this year from the Cardinals. They usually suck, so it should be a pretty high 3rd-rounder. And then we got Bruce Irvin over here down at the bottom. We're going to be sending him to the Colts. All right, we got a couple more trade offers here in the next week. One for Seth Roberts from the Niners. I will take that, even though it's a pretty shit offer. Anything I can get for him would be ideal, since we're going to cut him if we did not get any offers. So for Marcus Gilchrist, the offers are pretty slim. I did take a 3rd-round pick next year, or this year already, so I'll take the second rounder from the Jets, send him back to New York. And let's see, I do have a few more people in the trade block, so let's just see if I get any offers here in week 4 before we start the season. And we do. Mario Edwards has some offers on him. Really nothing great. So we're gonna take the second rounder from. Let's send him to Atlanta, so he's not in our division anymore. All right, guys. So we're here at the end of season number 1, and I was actually thinking to myself, while I was simming through the season, this is going to be a tough division. The Chargers are always really good for whatever reason. The Chiefs were really good this year in real life, but they went 8-8 in the sim, and we end up going 5-11, which is one game worse than the Raiders actually did in real life last year. Take a look at stats though. Derek Carr, almost 4,500 yards, 31 touchdowns, 10 picks, very good completion percentage. Definitely a good season out of him. Marshawn Lynch actually had a pretty good year, almost 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. Amari Cooper leading the team with 97 catches, 1,100 yards, 7 TDs. Jordy Nelson, another really good year, 92 catches, almost 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Martavis Bryant, our third receiver, over 1,000 yards with 86 catches and 8 touchdowns for him. Jared Cook, again, or another player with 7 touchdowns. So our offense seems to be pretty good, except for the sacks, and Colton Miller should be getting. Well, I'm going to train offensive line next season, so hopefully he'll get better then. On to defense, though. Markel Lee, 140 tackles, 4.5 sacks, and a pick in his rookie year. That might actually be good enough for rookie of the year. I don't know. Sacks, of course, going to be led by Khalil Mack with 18, Arden Key with 6. Picks, we got Carl Joseph and Gary and Conley. Each have 3. A couple guys with 2, a few guys with 1. Let's see if we got any defensive touchdowns. And we did. Rashawn Melvin had 1. Kicking with Giorgio Tavecchio was trash. Punting was average. No kick return touchdowns, no punt return touchdowns. So we were 11th in the NFL in offensive yards and 30th in defense. So defense is obviously our issue. Tom Brady does win MVP of the 13-3 Patriots. We got Derek Carr actually in 8th, even though we went 5-11. Derek Carr also in 3rd for Offensive Player of the Year. He was just that good. It's just that our defense really let everybody down, it seems. Defensive Player of the Year to Jadeveon Clowney. And really? We don't even have Khalil Mack in the top 10? What is this game? Offensive Rookie to Josh Allen. Okay. We don't have anybody up there. Defensive Rookie does go to Markel Lee. Okay, he might be a building block on our defense now since he won that. We don't. Oh, we do actually have Maurice Hurst down in 9th. Best QB, we got Derek Carr in 6th. Best running back, we don't have Marshawn Lynch up there. Best receiver, we do have Jordy Nelson in 8th and Amari Cooper in 10th. Best O-line, I doubt we got anybody. We do not. Best D-line does go to Khalil Mack, though, even though he's not one of the top 10 defensive players, which is dumb. Best linebacker, we got Markel Lee at 8. Best DB, we don't have anybody. Best kicker, our kicker was trash. All right, moving on to the offseason. So we're here in the offseason now, and the Super Bowl went like this. The Packers defeated the Jaguars 35-7. Another one of those odd Super Bowl matchups that I don't think I've seen before in year 1. But let's go ahead and advance the week. So we're going to sign Michael Dixon and Will Lutz in free agency. And I think the other 2 people I was trying to sign are just going to be backups just because we really need them. And we have no cap room for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. I think Khalil Mack's new contract might be on there. Oh, no, it's Derek Carr's contract. Ugh. Did Khalil Mack get signed yet? Uh-oh. Ugh. All right, guys, so here after the draft, we had the 4th overall pick in the draft. And with our first pick, we took Greedy Williams, cornerback out of LSU. And this guy is extremely good. Also has quick dev. Definitely really needed like a top-end corner. And we finally got one. Well, not really finally. It's only year 2. But we've got one for the future, and he's going to be so good. With our second pick in the second round, we took Rodney Anderson, running back out of Oklahoma, not Oklahoma State. Oh, God. And this guy is controversial. It's under player info. This guy is controversial, but he is a pretty good running back when he's actually on the field. Hopefully all that off-the-field stuff is behind him now. Third round, though, we took this linebacker, Lacey Goodwin, had superstar dev. This guy's actually going to start over Markel Lee, and we might bump him outside. But speaking of outside linebacker, we took Lewis Walker here in the, second pick in the third round. This guy is pretty decent. He's actually overall like finesse, power moves, and everything. Block shedding's really good. Zone coverage leaves a bit to be desired. I mean, he is supposed to be a 3-4 pass rusher, but where is? Yeah, his agility is trash, man. Like, it's not very good. We took a free safety here. This guy's actually pretty solid. Left guard here, again, pretty solid. And here we started taking some receivers. We kind of went on a run on receiver. This guy, Gabriel Goodwin, 21 years old, quick dev, 97 speed. This guy, I think, is probably going to play in the slot this year. Took a D-tackle, really just a combine warrior. He's not very good. We took another receiver here. Pretty decent, actually, overall. Just can't really run routes. And where's his release? Yeah, his release is pretty bad, too. And then Spencer Ware decided to go back to school and be a receiver instead of a running back. So he's also got quick dev, and he is 6'4". So we have an issue at receiver now with these guys. And I'm thinking the thing to do might be to trade Jordy Nelson and Martavis Bryant and start these two quick dev receivers, because I think they're going to be really good. Yeah, you know what? I think that's definitely the look. So we took another middle linebacker, a right end, left tackle, two more right ends. These guys are like all really pretty solid. They were just the best available and really the only people I had on my draft board at that time. So I think overall it was a really good draft, and let's get into season number 2. All right, guys, so I threw a few players up on the trade block, and we've got some offers here, one being for Navarro Bowman, and we'll take this offer from the Browns for a second rounder next year. We also have Martavis Bryant. And, okay, we can get a first rounder from the Seahawks, first rounder from the Patriots. Tevin Coleman. That actually could be a good look. Just straight up for Tevin Coleman. But he is up for a contract this year, and we did just draft Rodney Anderson. I don't know. You know, I'm just so bad at developing running backs, honestly, that... hang on. All right, let's see what other trade offers we've got. Tahir Whitehead was another one I put up on the block. Okay, here's other running back offers, but they're not as young or as good as Tevin Coleman. You can get a first rounder from the Eagles, from the Chiefs. Let's take that Eagles one. And I know it's going to be a late rounder, or a late pick in the first round. Jordy Nelson, though. Only one offer? Oh. You know what? He's 33. We really do need to get rid of him, so I'll take it. I don't know if I would have just let that marinate if it would have gotten any better. But who do I want to... Do I just want to do this Tevin Coleman trade? I would love to develop Rodney Anderson and have a homegrown running back for once, man, but... Oh, no! South Korea almost scored off a header. Sorry, I'm watching the World Cup at the same time. I do love Tevin Coleman, though, but I've already gotten him in this in a rebuild before. Oh, this is a tough one. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. I will take Tevin Coleman. I'm honestly surprised I didn't trade for him already. What? Hello? What do you mean? What? You're the one that proposed that offer, my guy. What the f... Wait a minute. Wait, hang on. Hang on. What's going on here? All right, let's advance the week and see what happens. So Martavis Bryant's still on my team. Bro, what the heck? Oh my god. Alright. So, the question now becomes, do I want to send him to New England or Buffalo? And I'm thinking it is quite possible that Tom Brady might retire, and this New England pick could actually be a really good one. So we're going to take that and hope to God that Tom Brady calls it quits. So, yes, Switzer, I do not want you there. There we go. So this is basically what the team's going to look like. I'll keep Marshawn Lynch as a backup for a year. Oh, right, I did also sign Sony Michel, though, because he didn't get signed in free agency, so I picked him up. But yeah, so we'll start Rodney Anderson. We're starting the rookie receivers. Let's see. I got to figure out what... okay, you know what? Markel Lee, you're going to play outside linebacker, dude, because that's not a good look. So you're going to play left outside, and we're going to start the rookie in the middle. And, okay. So this year is really key for development now. And it's going to be kind of a make or break for a lot of these young guys, I think. So this is basically going to be the final team for this season. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the sim here. Alright guys, so we're here at the end of season number 2, and we did not make the playoffs, but I think we did make some solid progress. We actually go 9-7, and we definitely could have won the division, but this definitely was a development type of year. So we were 10th in offense in the league and 15th in defense, so we're actually much better than last year. Some stats though: Derek Carr, 4,900 yards, 37 touchdowns, 14 picks. Rodney Anderson, almost 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, not too bad. Amari Cooper, 99 catches for 1,300 yards, 6 touchdowns. Spencer Ware, 1 yard off 1,000 with 6 touchdowns. Gabriel Goodwin, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Definitely good years, I think, from our rookie receivers. As for blocking, oh god, Colton Mitters, stop. God, all right, well, the good thing is he does have a lot of XP to work with now after this year. And look at that, Khalil Mack with 23 sacks. Lacey Goodwin, though, the rookie, leads our team in tackles with 139. I don't think he will probably win Rookie of the Year, though. He didn't really do much else. Sacks obviously going to be led by Khalil Mack. Mo Hurst with 6.5. Arden Key all the way down there with 4. Greedy Williams, though, leading the team with 4 picks. Garyon Conley, Carl Joseph, and Taylor Powell. I think we drafted this guy. Oh, no, we didn't draft this guy. I picked him up in free agency. He was a rookie. 2 picks for him as well. Any defensive touchdowns this year? That's a nope. Kicking with Will Lutz. Better than last year. That's for sure. Punting, better than last year as well. Ryan Switzer, the fake Ryan Switzer. What the heck? This is fake. That's not real Ryan Switzer. I don't actually know who that is, but he had a kick return touchdown and no punt return touchdowns. So let's look at awards. Hopefully we won at least something. MVP goes to Aaron Rodgers. We don't have... Oh, no, we do have Derek Carr at 4. Coach of the Year, we're not in the running for. Derek Carr actually comes in second behind Tom Brady for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Jack wins it over Khalil Mack. Really, dude? Offensive Rookie goes to Jack Sutherland of the Jets. This guy's a quarterback, and he was one of the best quarterback prospects I've ever seen. Rodney Anderson actually comes in second, though, which is great. Gabriel Goodwin in 4th. Spencer Ware in 6th. Defensive Rookie, we do not win. Lacey Goodwin comes in 2nd. Greedy Williams in 3rd. Lewis Walker in 4th. And Watts Douglas, another middle linebacker we drafted, in 7th. So overall, a pretty good showing from our rookies, though. Best QB, we got Derek Carr in 3rd. Best running back, Rodney Anderson in 9th. Best receiver, we don't have anybody up there, surprisingly. Best O-line, there's no way. Okay, Rodney Hudson actually in 9th. Khalil Mack does win Best Defensive Lineman, though, which is nice. Best Linebacker, don't have anybody up there. Best Defensive Back, and we don't have anybody up there. But Will Lutz does come in 7th for best kicker. So here in the offseason, we are going to be making a trade for La'el Collins since Donald Penn did retire on us. So we're going to add him to the line, which is now looking pretty good after using some XP. Definitely got to get the right tackle up, though. And really the only reason for getting La'el Collins is quick dev. And you'll notice there are some holes on our team now, but they are soon to be filled. That's what she said. Greedy Williams is up to a 90, which is pretty nice. And might as well take a look at who won the Super Bowl real quick. And that is the Rams over the Patriots, 33-21. So let's sim the week and sign these free agents. So there was a big one. Gronk was a free agent. Glenn Gronkowski, anyway. So we signed him. Delaney Walker signed to a 1 year. Same with Mark Ingram. We let Jared Cook walk. He was really regressing pretty hard, and he was not that great. And Mark Ingram is going to replace Marshawn Lynch pretty much in that backup running back role. We're going to let Rodney Anderson keep the starting spot. So we're going to move on to the draft and hopefully have another solid draft and maybe make the playoffs next year. That's at least the plan. We'll see how it actually unfolds. Alright guys, so we're here after the draft now, and it was another very solid draft. We had 2 first-round picks. One was from the Broncos, I believe, which was this 8th, and the other was our 19th. So with the first pick, we took cornerback TJ Carter out of Memphis, got quick dev. Another really, really good corner to pair with Garyon Conley and... what's his... Greedy Williams? That's the guy. Well, the second pick, we took TJ McCoy, center out of Florida. Another quick dev should definitely help out our O-line. Our first pick in the second round, we took Taurease Lawton, a right end with quick dev, who I'm actually going to move to D-tackle. And we're going to see what his overalls are going to be there. Oh my god, bro! Okay. Well, that's great, actually. With our second pick in the second round, we took Braxton Campbell. He was a guaranteed superstar. That's the only reason I took him, because he's not great. And we really, really need some help at free safety because Obi Melifonwu is not doing a great job. So hopefully he can develop there. First pick in the third round, we got Tyler Suckup, another center, pretty decent player. Second pick in the third round, we took Fisher Ballard, middle linebacker. He looked pretty decent. I mean, he's not terrible, but he's not very good. Let's see. Fourth round, we got a left guard here, pretty solid. We got another center in the fifth, another solid player. Took this quarterback actually in the sixth round. No reason really. I suppose we could use a backup, and he's got quick dev. So, I mean, I'll take it. You know, my late round quarterback skills are apparently on point lately. And then this seventh round running back was really just filling the last running back hole on the roster. So, I would say another very successful draft. So we do have a couple of trade offers here, one for Devin Cook and one for Rashawn Melvin. And let's see, the Bills and the Bengals are both offering us pretty similar packages. We'll take the Bills. And as for Devin Cook, this is going to open up the roster spot for that superstar safety that we drafted. Let's take a pick next year. Let's take Miami's pick, I suppose. So I'm hoping to trade one of this Christian Rivers or Anton. Yeah, Anton Reed. Hoping to trade one of those guys so I can open up a roster spot for one of the other centers that I drafted. And I need to use some more XP as well. But this team is looking pretty good, I think. I'm really thinking that we can make a run at the playoffs this year, at least a wild card spot. All really kind of depends on some development, though, of course. In corner, free safety, linebacker still. Let me tell you, though, Taurease Lawton, that was a wonderful surprise of a pick right there. Offense does look good, though, so I'm thinking that playoffs are definitely a real possibility. Well, seems this team has some real core issues. We missed the playoffs again, going 7-9, but you know what? The Broncos went 0-16, so at least we're doing better than them. Offensively, looks like we had a bit of a down year. 22nd in the league. We were 19th in defense, though. Derek Carr, almost 4,700 yards, 29 touchdowns, 13 picks. Rodney Anderson, 850 yards, 8 touchdowns. Spencer Ware led the team in catches with 90, 875 yards, 7 touchdowns. Gabriel Goodwin, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Amari Cooper, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Okay. Sacks. Oh, my God. Stop, bro. What the? You're like 89 overall, bro, and you're letting up 26 sacks. Stop. So anyway, on to defense. Lacey Goodwin leading the team in tackles with 163. Also had 1.5 sacks and a pick. Sacks led by Khalil Mack yet again with 15.5. Arden Key with 7.5. Lewis Walker 6.5. Carl Joseph led the team with 5 picks. Garyon Conley, TJ Carter, and Obi Melifonwu each had 2, and a few guys had 1. No touchdowns on defense. Kicking was decent. Punting was pretty good, I suppose. No kick return touchdowns and 1 punt return touchdown. So let's see awards that we're not going to have any of, I'm sure. Todd Gurley wins MVP. We don't even... What the hell? Lamar Jackson's on the Giants now? What the heck? Don't have anybody in the top 10. Who are we? Oh, we're the Raiders. That's right. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Le'Veon Bell, and we've got Derek Carr at 9. Defense Player of the Year, Raekwon McMillan wins it, and we've got Lacey Goodwin at 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Lawrence Robinson, some guy on the Chiefs. We don't have anybody. Yeah, we really didn't have any impact offensive rookies. TJ Carter, though, does win Defensive Rookie, which is just fantastic. That is really good, actually. Nobody else, though, for us. Best QB, we got Derek Carr in 6th. Best running back, I highly doubt it. We do not have anybody. Best receiver, we got Amari Cooper at 8. Best O-line, it's highly doubtful. Oh, we got Rodney Hudson at 10, actually. Best D-line, we don't have anybody. Best linebacker, Lacey Goodwin's got to be up here. Seriously, bro? He's not up here, okay. Best defensive back, we got Carl Joseph at 6, and that's it. And best kicker, Will Lutz comes in 6th. 6th, man. Okay, so we've got some things to work out with this team, that is for sure. So in the Super Bowl in year number 3, the Saints beat the Steelers 28-10. So the only moves we're going to be making in the offseason with free agency is we're going to be signing Jerick McKinnon, who is actually a 88 overall with Superstar Dev, or a 91, apparently. He's going to be our starter because Rodney Anderson really struggled last year. So hopefully he can kind of change up our offense a little bit. And we're also going to be bringing back Delaney Walker on a 1-year deal. So the offense is basically the same except for the addition of Jerick McKinnon. Hopefully it's not as bad as last year. I would really like to get a better right tackle, but La'el Collins does have some XP saved up that I could potentially overtake the starting spot. I don't know. We'll see. And then I want to do something with the center situation because Rodney Hudson is actually playing on a franchise tag, and TJ McCoy is getting pretty good as well. So one of these guys might move to right tackle. Alright guys, so we're here after the Season 3 draft, and I don't have any real-life prospects this time, but we do have some good players. So Vincent Bailey was a guaranteed superstar left outside linebacker. I really would like to have this guy play right outside. Oh man, he is skinny. Yeah, either way, I think this guy should be playing right outside because, what's his name? Our current right outside... Oh, God, he went down in overall. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But our current right outside linebacker is just not agile at all. And he actually isn't very agile either, which is pretty weird. I don't know. I'll figure it out. We also got a superstar tight end. And hopefully I can train him up and be the replacement for Delaney Walker by next year. We also got a quick dev left tackle here, and this is pretty clutch because we definitely need some help. Quick dev left guard. We got a whole bunch of guards here. Another quick dev left guard. Normal left guard. Normal left guard. Quick dev right tackle. Quick dev right tackle. This guy was kind of a reach. He just looked somewhat decent, so I decided to take him. A couple of D ends and a safety. Overall, I think it was a good draft. We drafted so much offensive line that I've got a lot to figure out. But, guys, we need to make the playoffs. We're going into year 4 and we haven't made the playoffs yet. So it's getting into crunch time here. All right, so we've got some trade offers here on some offensive linemen, thankfully, because we really, really need these trade offers. Well, we don't have any offers for 2021, unfortunately, so let's take this one from the Jets, I suppose. We got 2 more, I think. Yep. So we got another tackle. We got a couple of third-round picks for this year, and looks like that's going to be it. So we'll send them to the Vikings. And 1 more for L. Collins. Anything for this year? No. Oh, okay, we got a third-round pick from the Chiefs. So apparently only teams in our division want to send us draft picks for this year. Well, we're going to take this one from the Broncos because they suck. So, we've got that figured out a little bit now. I got to move some positions around, but that helps greatly. And apparently I'm just an idiot because this guy was always an 80 overall and he did not go down at all when I moved him to right outside linebacker. But I'm going to move Markel Lee inside and have him start at left outside linebacker. So this is actually what the defense is going to look like for sure. I'm not going to change anything else on the defense for this season. The offense, I don't think anything's going to change really except for some offensive linemen here and there, but that should be it. And if you'll notice, our rookie tight end is over here chilling with the receivers for a year. No big reason. Just a little bit more easy on myself, you know? So we do actually have more trade offers on offensive linemen that I need to accept. Again, anything for this year. We got a 4th rounder from the Cardinals. We're going to go with that. And let's see about the other one. Nothing this year looks like. So let's send him to the Ravens, I guess. All right, that's what I'm talking about, baby. So we make the playoffs and we win our division at 12-4. We actually just beat the Chiefs last week to actually take the division. What did I just press? Oh, I pressed stats. Okay, cool. So I suppose we'll look at this first. We're 13th in the NFL in offensive yards and 1st in defense, man. Let's go. So looking at stats, Derek Carr, 4,400 yards, 41 touchdowns, 20 picks. That's pretty high, but, I mean, we made the playoffs, so that's okay. Jerick McKinnon, 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. Rodney Anderson, 8 touchdowns as the backup. Receiving led by Spencer Ware with 102, 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. Amari Cooper, 1,100 yards and 11 touchdowns. Gabriel Goodwin, 950 yards and 9 touchdowns. As for the offensive line, so much better this year. Oh my God. That's actually our backup left tackle that let up that many sacks. I don't know if he's starting at right tackle or not. It is possible he's starting at right tackle, and that's why. Colton Miller finally getting the sack numbers down. All it took was him getting to a 99 overall for that to happen. This game is ridiculous sometimes. But on to defense. Lacey Goodwin did actually win Defensive Player of the Year. I saw it in a news story. 144 tackles. That's, oh my God, bro. 9 picks at middle linebacker. That is insane. Okay. 1.5 sacks to go along with it. Khalil Mack with 21.5 sacks. Lewis Walker, 8.5. Arden Key, 8.5. Obviously, Lacey Goodwin leading the team in picks with 9, TJ Carter with 4, Garyon Conley, Greedy Williams with 3. Any defensive touchdowns? No. As for kicking, it's meh. We only attempted 11 field goals all year, though, which is pretty insane. Punting's good, I guess. Kick return, no touchdowns. No punt return touchdowns either. So let's see awards. That is not what I wanted. Lamar Jackson, though. I like the come up. My only question is, how is Derek Carr on the 12-4 Raiders at 6? A lot of teams went 12-4, I guess. But, okay, I guess we'll take 6 on the MVP list. Coach of the Year goes to Sean Payton. John Gruden all the way down here at 7. Offensive Player of the Year, Deshaun Watson. Derek Carr in 2nd. Defensive Player of the Year, as we know, Lacey Goodwin got it. Khalil Mack in 3rd. Offensive Rookie, I don't think we had impact offensive rookies, as it seems that that's a recurring theme. But we do get Defensive Rookie of the Year with Vincent Bailey, which is nice. Oh, we also had another down here. Brendan Fordham. That trash outside linebacker. Oh, whoops. The trash outside linebacker. Oh, what am I doing, bro? What? Awards. Okay, jeez. As I was saying, the outside linebacker I drafted, that was garbage, came in 9th. Best quarterback does go to Derek Carr. Okay, I'll take that. Best running back, we got Jerick McKinnon at 7. Best receiver, Des Bryant's still playing? What has he got to be, like 30? I don't know how old he is, actually. 32? Okay, that makes sense. Amari Cooper in 4. We got Spencer Ware at 8. Offensive line actually goes to Colton Miller. Finally turned his life around and won an award. Rodney Hudson in 4th. Gabe Jackson in 6th. Kalichi Osemele in 10th. Best D-line does go to Khalil Mack. Cool, cool. Best linebacker, Lacey Goodwin. We're winning a lot of awards out here. Best defensive back. I do like seeing Jamal Adams up there. And Tremaine Johnson. But TJ Carter comes in 10th. Best kicker. We don't have Will Lutz up there. So how much XP do we got, dog? That is my question. Offensive line's got a decent amount, mostly just Colton Miller. Spencer Ware's got a decent amount. Vincent Bailey's got a good amount. So I used the vast majority of everybody's XP already, like at 2 different points during the season, just so that I could actually try to make the playoffs for once. And luckily it worked. But here we are in the playoffs. Alright guys, so we're here in the divisional round, taking on the 11-5 Pittsburgh Steelers, and we're at 96 overall. They're at 93. Oh man, I'm so ready for this. Alright, so we're approaching halftime here, and it's looking like a blowout, guys. We're at 42-3, and this is just beautiful. This is great. I am loving this so much right now. And we're moving on to the conference championship, baby. Oh, this is fantastic. Ben Roethlisberger throwing 3 picks. Jerick McKinnon had himself a day. Oh, my God. Let's see. Luke Wilson had a touchdown. Spencer Ware, Amari Cooper all had touchdowns. Got a few sacks in there. Each team did. Greedy Williams and Carl Joseph and Lacey Goodwin all got picks. So we're moving on. So here in the conference championship round, we're taking on the 11-5 Kansas City Chiefs. We did beat them at least one time this season. They're on 91. We're still on 96. Oh, can we please move on to the Super Bowl? Alright guys, so we're coming up on halftime now, and it's a pretty weird score right now. It's 29-8, actually. They score, though, and we kick a field goal. So we're in the 4th quarter now, 32-15. We score another touchdown, put us up 39-15. And another one to put us up 46-15. And we're going to the Super Bowl, boys. So Derek Carr, oh God, Derek Carr 3 touchdowns, but he had 3 picks as well. Patrick Mahomes really didn't do much. Jerick McKinnon, another incredible game from him. Kareem Hunt had a pretty good game himself. Amari Cooper, Ryan Switzer, Delaney Walker all scored touchdowns for us. Oh, they got Isaiah Wynn. Okay. So we apparently had 5 sacks. They only had 1. Khalil Mack had 3 himself. And a few picks to go around as well. So, moving on to the Super Bowl, though. Oh, man. Very happy with that. Very happy with that performance. So, here in the Super Bowl, now we're taking on the 10-6 Atlanta Falcons. And speaking of 6, we're still in 96 overall. They're in 95. They're the best team, I think. I think they're the best team that we've gone against. Although the Steelers might have also been in 95, though. I don't know. Whatever, man. Let's just get this dub and get out of here. Alright, guys. So coming up on halftime, we're currently up 28-21. And it's a pretty close game. They just tied it up, actually. We score, though, to put us up 7. And it's going back and forth a bit. We kick a field goal to put us up 10. They score a touchdown, though. And yes, all right, we run the clock out. We win the Super Bowl by 3 points. Oh, boy. Man, all I have to say is what a hell of a playoff run, boys. Oh, my God. Make the playoffs 1 year and just go on an absolute tear, man. Pull a 2012 Ravens. Man, Jarrett McKinnon, though, I guarantee you is probably going to have gone off this game. That guy was just absolutely the MVP of this team throughout the entirety of the playoffs. And I do want to see who actually won Super Bowl MVP. So Amari Cooper actually won Super Bowl MVP. 4 catches for 83 yards and no touchdowns. That's pretty weird. It's actually really weird. Definitely not the stat line I would have expected. Matt Ryan, though, 433 yards and 2 touchdowns. He went off. Derek Carr, I mean, he did good. That's for sure. He didn't throw any picks. Jerick McKinnon, though, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. Devontae Freeman had 3 touchdowns. Marquise Lee absolutely tore us a new one. Gabriel Goodwin, though, had 2 touchdowns. We only allowed 1 sack, which is nice. Khalil Mack had 2 of them, and Arden Key had the other. No picks in the game. But we are Super Bowl champions, boys. Alright, guys, I hope you did enjoy this Raiders rebuild. Here is the offense. If you want to take a closer look, feel free to pause. And here is the defense. So, again, feel free to pause the video if you want to look at it a little bit more. So, we didn't even really get to use this superstar tight end that we drafted, but I got him up to a 79 at receiver, which means he's probably... I want to see what his overall is going to be at tight end. But this was a hell of a good team. I was a little bit worried that I didn't train... Yeah, he's an 89. A little bit worried I didn't train Derek Carr up enough. He was only like a 90 overall for the majority of the rebuild, and I was thinking that might be the reason why we were not making the playoffs. But I guess it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Another thing I am surprised at is that I kept 3 of the original offensive linemen that were on the team. Definitely would have thought I would have replaced them. I mean, they were well on their way to being out of here because their replacements are already on the roster. But, man, definitely a hell of a good squad. I will say that for sure. So, again, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. And catch me in the next rebuild, which... Who picked 11th? Was it the Dolphins? I think it might be the Dolphins. I'm not exactly sure on that, though. Next rebuild will be out soon, though. And like I always say, I have huge plans for Madden 19, so you're going to want to stick around. So that's going to be it for me. Peace out, guys.